Hey, Mr. Battle, how are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on, sir? Doing well, Mr. Carlton.
Awesome deal. Well, hey, listen, Mr. Battle, of course, a lot of ringing is going on around the country, and people are talking about this company, North American Power. If you could, give us a quick testimony of what it's done for you, sir.
Well, obviously, this is one of the newest things it's done for me, but it's been a tremendous blessing. I mean, to be able to take a small investment and yet be able to yield the type of return that we've been able to, in this business is truly remarkable. And I think all it starts with is just a desire to change where you're at, to improve your finances, to be able to help the environment, which of course is our whole task here by going green. So it's an awesome thing. And you know what? It's going to happen whether we do it or not.
Awesome deal, Mr. Battle. And of course, you've been a success in other businesses. And of course, what makes this company different than any other company that you joined?
Well, for me, that's a great question, Mr. Carlton. It's the residual. I think the residual income here is true, it's real, it's not, if X number of people continue to join so much. Of course, we all looking to build and help new partners build on a regular basis, so that is a part of it. But to actually stack that with true residual income on top of the new business is really what's created the incredible lifestyle that me and many of our partners around the country are experiencing or are starting to experience.
Awesome deal, sir. And of course, in your own words right now, if you were in another company or maybe you're looking at, changing your life right now or, what would it take? What does it literally take to have success to go from, of course, I know your story. I know you've had some ups and downs, but what does it take in this company to get to that point to where it can be a full-time income?
Well, I think it's just having a sincere goal and a desire to work at it until the job gets done, and I see many people try and start and then they stop and, they get frustrated. For me, I had to because I stepped out on faith and literally walked away from what I was doing before because I saw such a big picture here. But for most, it'll probably be, a part-time business for a while and then, of course, building to where the income is sure and stable to a full-time. So, And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what America is all about. That's why I love our soldiers and what they stand for, because they fight for our freedom and to be able to do what we do and to become a better, stronger nation. So it's awesome, man. I love it. And I would encourage anybody to give it a shot if you're for real.
Awesome deal. And of course, every state is not deregulated right now. What do you see the projection of this company in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, based on the simplicity of getting started, the affordability of getting started, man, we're probably going to grow faster than any company. And that's including all, the trendy types companies and, what usually sounds hype to most people. Because energy is such a necessity, I think it'll start to resonate with more people because of the fact that they say, hey, I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to pay this bill anyway. Why not get paid back? Because if you think about it, that's one bill that's either going to get paid every month or we're going to figure out how to pay it, either borrow the money or go and make arrangements to pay it, because we're just a country now, a society where energy is everything. So, to be able to get paid on it is very fortunate, and this pie is huge, and we're just going to continue to share it with a lot of folks.
Hey, well, Mr. Battle, we'll greatly appreciate your time, sir. We know you're going to go ahead and enjoy yourself and get this thing on the highway and start turning some heads.
All right.
So let me go ahead and grab a quick picture of the inside, sir, and
all right.
We'll catch a little, a full picture too as well.
You bet.
This is what a Lamborghini looks like. This is what it looks like. If you've never seen one, this is what it looks like. All right. All right, Mr. Battle, we'll see you in the next one.
Okay. Look. All right.
Well, if you're one of tens of thousands of people in our area who are looking for jobs, well, there's a new industry in town that's hiring. Action News reporter Alicia Vitarelli talked to some job candidates and recent hires at a career fair in Philadelphia.
It's like the Wild Wild West.
Independent energy suppliers like North American Power are looking for a few cowboys and girls to pioneer a new frontier in Pennsylvania, the age of deregulated power.
There's 1.6 million customers and almost 4 billion kilowatts in the PICO territory that are up for grabs.
The alternative energy supplier is hosting bi-weekly career fairs to recruit hundreds of new brokers to sell electric power.
I'm actually going to be out of work as of Friday, unfortunately, so I'm looking to launch a new career.
Kevin Marino was unemployed for almost 2 years when he signed on and says with no overhead and no inventory, you can put a lot of juice in your bank.
Who would not want to make money on people's electricity bills every single month that they use electricity?
28,000 kilowatts.
As she loses her own business in the throes of a ruthless recession, Gina Battolini joined the force 3 weeks ago.
I think that I made $1,500 so far, but I'm still waiting for residuals to take place.
Basically, the salespeople are pitching savings. The small business owner who runs this tanning and nail spa in Conshohocken is now on board. She says she hopes the switch will save her up to $1,000 a year.
Sometimes our electric bill of the tanning season is crazy. It can be like $1,300 a month.
From the booths to the blowers, her bill can really be a doozy.
Well, I'm hoping to see it to be maybe $1,000. That would be great.
PICO's rate caps expire at the end of this month, and Battolini is pretty optimistic about that.
I forecast in 2 years that I will be sitting on a beach and looking at this interview.
We'll follow up on that. Alicia Vitarelli, Channel 6, Action.
Live from Studio 3C in Rockefeller Center, this is News 4 New York.
All right, coming up next, saving on your electric bill.
It can be as easy as making a phone call. News 4 consumer reporter Linda Baquero will be right back with that story. Welcome back. With all the power outages caused by Sandy over the last month, some of you may be taking a closer look at your electric bill.
And did you know you have a choice in energy companies and that their billing rates can vary widely? News 4 consumer reporter Linda Baquero is here to explain. Linda?
And we ask if you know that you have a choice because very few people actually take up that option. Most stick with the major utility companies like Con Ed, for example. But we spoke with one woman who made the switch and is glad that she did.
In her Mount Kisco home, Elizabeth Nichols tries to conserve energy, among other things using her fireplace for heat.
We don't use a lot of blow dryers and things, and I try to iron as seldom as possible.
Her electric company has been Con Ed, but then she and her family heard about another company called North American Power, based in Norwalk, Connecticut. She liked that they offer the option of using renewable sources of energy like solar and wind to provide her power, so she called and made the switch.
Then you get a postcard or a letter from your company. In our case, it was Con Edison saying, "You've switched."
It's a move that few consumers make. Deregulation opened up the marketplace to many energy service companies, or ESCOs. Carrie Breitbart heads North American Power.
Only 25% of the people in New York have taken advantage of this.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's information. You know, it's education.
It was incredibly easy. All you have to do is switch.
You can call or go online to compare rates to see how much each charges per kilowatt hour. Your payments will go to the new ESCO, but the bills will still come from the major utility, say Con Ed, for example. And if there's an outage, the utility, say Con Ed, is still responsible for maintaining the lines and restoring service.
If you want to switch back, you can switch back to Con Ed, or you can switch to another third-party supplier.
North American offers an incentive for referrals. One more reason why Elizabeth changed her ESCO.
There's also the opportunity, if we want to actually generate income by referring people.
And you can get a list of ESCOs by contacting your major utility. They also usually post that information on their websites. I looked up, for example, Con Edison, and just in Manhattan alone, there are literally dozens of ESCOs. Now, some providers do charge fees for signing up or canceling service. Some allow you to go month to month. Others want yearly agreements. And it may take some legwork to do all the comparison, but it may pay to compare prices and see who offers you the best deal.
My name is Michael Proto from Piles Grove, New Jersey, and we get free energy. Kelly Pereira, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I have free energy.
Free energy, that's the only way to go.
Tim Aiken, I'm from a small town called Barnesville, Georgia, and I get free energy.
Dawn Anderson from Stone Mountain, Georgia, and I have free energy.
When I say free energy, I mean it's free.
We're the Levy's from Philadelphia, PA, and we have free energy.
Woo-hoo! What most people don't know right now is they do have a choice. They can choose who supplies their electricity.
I started in the free energy challenge to get 20 people signed up to get my energy for free, and I also went on to share it with my friends.
And the challenge is there for everyone. It's not very difficult to do.
It's 20 people. It can be a year, it can be 6 months, but it doesn't matter. It's worth it.
The only thing I really talk to people about is once you say free energy, it's like their ears perk up. What'd you say? Well, what do you mean by free energy?
And I show them the numbers, it makes sense, then they see it, then they go for it.
You're looking at telling your grocer, your hairdresser, your friends, hey, listen, I'm getting free energy. You can get it too. Take a look at this company.
Next thing you know, my phone's ringing off the hook. You know, my social media network thing's banging off the wall there, and everyone's like, whoa, what's this free energy? What's this free energy? Let's get you signed up.
3 minutes online and you're there.
When I got the check from North American Power stating that they were going to pay my natural gas month after month, I was jacked out of my mind.
I just received my first check for the free energy challenge. This is what, $83.
After 20 people, it just motivates you to go get more and more and more, especially because you know you're helping other people.
North American Power's Free Energy Challenge is a great opportunity to help other people and to help yourself, so go out and do it.
North American Power is all about free energy.
Is it worth it? Of course. It's a no-brainer.
I can't wait to share it with many, many people.
The Free Energy Challenge is only the beginning.
Folks, we're going to talk right now about the compensation available within North American Power, but I'm going to do it in a unique way. I'm going to talk to you as a customer, because when people say, why should I become a customer of North American Power, the most compelling reason is North American Power is actually going to give you an opportunity. See, when you're a customer of any other electric utility, you pay your bill, you get electricity. It's a great deal. You pay your bill, you get electricity. But with North American Power, in addition to getting electricity, you have an opportunity. No investment, no risk. You have an opportunity to go out there and make some money. And I'm going to try to keep this very simple. Whether you're just a customer saying, hey, I'd be happy to make a little extra money, or you're a network marketing professional saying, I'm used to making $50,000 a month residually. What's in it for me? I'm going to share with you over the next few minutes how you can get that by simply saying yes to North American Power. Now, the first question I'm going to ask you is, first and foremost, if it were possible, would you like your electric company to pay your bill for you? The obvious answer has to be yes. I don't think anybody out there would say no. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about you becoming a customer of North American Power, and then we're just going to ask you a couple simple questions. If we were in a live audience, understand the response is always going to be in the affirmative. But I'm going to ask you and let you answer this question yourself at home. How many people do you think you know that have been harmed in the economy the last 3, 4, 5 years that pay an electric bill right now and might like to have their electric company pay their bill for them? So you think for a second, how many people fit that profile? They need to make extra money because they've been damaged in the economy, or they pay an electric bill right now and would love to have their electric company pay that bill. Because we're going to give everybody competitive rates. That's the given, folks. Competitive rates, that's the standard. We're talking about going above and beyond. Everybody says, hey, we can save you some money. But what if we could go out there and actually pay your bill for you? So you tell me, is it possible that we could all go out there and find 10 people? Your number better be much higher than 10. It should be 500. It should be 50. But if we just said 10 people that pay an electric bill right now that would love to have their electric company pay that bill for them, I don't think that's asking too much, even as a customer, to go out there and refer a handful of people. Now watch this. You're done. Your job is over. You never do another thing. My question to you is, do you think those 10 people, having become customers of North American Power, and receiving very competitive rates. Do you think any of those folks would like to have their electric bill paid for by their electric company? Because if the answer is yes, then we're going to say they did the same thing that you did. They each go out there and they refer 10 people. And when they refer 10 people, there's now 100 new customers being introduced, being referred to North American Power. Now, if we just pause there for a second, you introduced 10 people, and let's say that it took you 24, 48, 72 hours. Let's say it took you 7 days. But if we're working with you to sort through the people, we'll help you get your 10. And then we'll say it takes the whole rest of the month, 3 weeks, for us to help each of those 10 to refer theirs. Just so you know, folks, there are people that refer 10 people in their first 24 hours, just because it makes sense. Everybody pays an electric bill. Everybody's looking for ways to either save money or make some extra money in this economy. So we're talking about a no investment, no risk model that provides customers with a way to get residual income for referring a service that they're already using. Now watch this. You take those 110 customers, as a customer, that's worth between $27.50 and $55 per month. The difference is if any of these customers and you yourself have chosen to support 100% renewable energy. And we'll get to that in a second. But the bottom line is the average customer out there has an electric bill of roughly $200. Yours might be a little higher, might be a little lower, but if you said the average for the 12 months out of the year, let's call it $200. If you were receiving a check from North American Power for $27.50 or as much as $55, do you understand? In effect, you would be receiving a rebate from your electric company to the tune of 12 to 25%. Because if you had a $200 bill and we sent you a check for $55, that represents a 25% rebate on your bill. But watch this, that's just the beginning, folks. Do you think any of these people right there, knowing that you just got a check for, let's call it $35, might want to get a little referral rebate check back from the North American Power Electric Company? The answer is, of course. Now, we're going to assume that they're not as motivated as you. They're going to go out there and instead of finding 10 people, we're going to dumb it down. And we're going to say they each went out there and found 5 people. They referred 5 people who said, yes, I pay an electric bill, and yes, I'd like to have my electric company pay my bill. Now you've got 610 people. I'm going to round it down and call it 600 customers referred in your little distribution. And those 600 customers are representing a $150 to $300 a month residual income. Now again, I want to pause there for a second because I'm not talking about you becoming some superstar network marketer, home-based business owner. You're a customer who referred a handful of customers because you like the idea of saving some money and getting a little rebate for referring some folks. You have not done another thing but the duplication, the exponential growth, because of the fact that there's no investment, because of the fact that there's no risk, because of the fact that if somebody does not like the service, they're not held to any type of a long-term contract. They can leave anytime they want without penalty. You've got 600 people referred into this business. Now, watch this, folks. You're not doing anything else. But do you think those 500 people would love to have their electric bill paid for by their electric company? Keeping it the same, they each referred 5. You now have 2,500 customers referred into your distribution. We total up, you've got 3,000. Actually, it's a little over 3,000, but I'm going to keep the numbers round. 3,000 people. 3,000 people. Creates a check for you, residually, by the way, $750 to $1,500. $750 to $1,500 per month, residually, month after month, because of these folks going out there and referring the service. Now, again, I'm not going to ask you to jump up and down. It's not $1 million. You can't quit your job. But let's split the difference, and we'll call it $1,000 a month. If you were receiving $1,000 each month from North American Power because you chose to use their service and refer a handful of people, is there any chance you would ever leave the service as long as they provided you with competitive rates and that check kept coming month after month? Here's the question. What could you do? What could you do with $1,000 each month? Well, certainly you could pay your utility bill. Could you make your car payment? If you live in an apartment, could you cover your rent? See, we're trying to go out there and provide economic recovery, personal economic recovery for the average family by saying choose North American Power and take advantage of our opportunity. But I'm not done, folks, because watch this. Do you think those folks might like to get their electric bill paid for by their electric company? If those 2,500 each went out there and just referred 5 people, again, none of these folks, including you, are doing too much work. You referred 10, now we're talking about people just referring 5 out of everyone that they know. 2,500 times 5. We're now talking about a little over 15,000 people, a little over 15,000 customers choosing North American Power. What does that mean for you? Theoretically, if those folks all chose North American Power, your little referral base could be generating between $3,500 and $7,000 per month, month after month after month. Now, folks, again, we started off talking about why you should become a customer. Have we now crossed into an arena where folks could start thinking about this as a full-time income? I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know how much money you make. But I will challenge 95% of America does not make. We'll split the difference again and say $5,000 per month. If you had a $5,000 per month residual income coming in because you chose North American Power, how are you doing? And last but not least, if those folks chose to go out there and refer 5 people, we're just going to round it to 60,000. 60,000 customers in your little referral base. Is it going to happen overnight? No. Is it going to happen in a week or in a month? No. But watch this. North American Power doubles your income on that 6th generation or that 6th level. You're earning on the 6th level alone between $30,000 and $60,000 per month. You total this whole thing together, you're looking at an income in excess of $35,000 per month that could go as high as $70,000. And I'm just going to simply say this. If you've ever seen this done on a board before and said, you know what, I've seen that it didn't work, it's because every single one of these people was asked to invest money, $300, $400, $500, for the opportunity to participate with the company and go out there and market the services. We have taken that risk away. We've taken the investment away. We've taken the barriers to entry away. We're simply saying, if you pay an electric bill right now and you choose North American Power and you share it with a handful of people without any investment, risk, or requirement to do anything else, what if? What if it started to take off? Folks, all I want you to understand is North American Power is a legitimate energy supplier. It's a choice for customers. But by taking the barriers to entry, we now have crossed into an opportunity that will provide you financial stability in your household and, quite frankly, could offer you financial independence. How many people do you know right now either need a little extra money, a little extra time, or both? That's the income available to every single person who gets started as a customer of North American Power. Thanks so much for listening.